Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Notorious. And this movie came out in 1946, and it's directed by Alfred Hitchcock, one of my favorite directors. And I haven't seen too many of his older films. I've seen all of his movies from Psycho all the way up to now. And there's none that I hate. There are definitely ones that are better than others. And this one I thought was pretty great. I didn't think it was a huge standout from his filmography. Like, it was kind of familiar stuff that I've seen already, but a little bit earlier. And I do feel as though that it was in this like time period where Hitchcock was making like really great movies. Like the stuff that I've seen from the 20s and 30s, it kind of felt like he was like finding his footing almost. Whereas once we got into the 40s, that's where he started making his really great movies, in my opinion. And his films always have a great understanding of how characters should be to be likable or interesting. And I do feel so that rings true for this movie as well. And the way information is presented visually, I thought was pretty great. And especially for the time, I liked it a lot. And there's a couple moments where things don't always look the best, but given the time period, I can be a little forgiving on it, like with some bad green screen that you can definitely notice, but it's not in the movie a lot. And I really love Cary Grant in this movie. I thought he did a great job, and surprisingly enough, he's not the main character. And in some of my favorite Hitchcock movies, it's usually a male protagonist, but this one, it's a female protagonist. And I think my favorite Hitchcock film with a female protagonist is still Suspicion, but this one I do feel as though stands out enough, and the characters don't like feel as though they're just playing the same characters every time. They always feel like different characters, and this one's more of like a thriller mystery type thing. It's not really trying to be a horror movie. There are definitely tense scenes in it, and it's a nice build up to those scenes. For the first act, for the most part, nothing really happens all that much. It's mostly just developing the characters, and there's a bit of romance going on, and that stuff I really enjoyed. I also enjoyed the dialect in this film, just the way characters talked. I just really enjoyed, and it definitely was fun being pulled back to the 40s. It definitely felt authentic to me. The movie was an hour and 40 minutes, and I never once felt the runtime at any point in the movie. And once we got to the third act, I was like, wow, we're here already? And then the movie ends. I was like, that was pretty fast, and anything that the movie doesn't explicitly show you, you can pretty much just figure out in your head how things would have happened, and I like that choice about the movie. I also really enjoyed the plot of the film and the directions that it went. It's not like anything super complex or something that's very difficult to figure out, but it works for what it is. And the movie, I feel as though, works for anyone who is just a casual viewer who just doesn't really care too much about filmmaking and is just looking to be entertained. And also people who are like film buffs who really appreciate the craft in terms of like what goes into a film when making it. And those are some of my favorite movies, and Hitchcock films definitely have those elements to them, which is why I'm always drawn to his films. Like, they're usually the perfect balance for me personally in terms of those types of things. And all of the characters were interesting, even the side characters who had a few minutes of screen time. They did have a good screen presence to them, and they were very memorable. And overall, I did think this movie was pretty great, and my only real issue with this movie is just like little tiny things like sprinkled throughout that are kind of nitpicky things. And it's just kind of a product of its time where, no offense to anyone, but probably movies back then were a bit more ignorant to how certain characters would react or behave. And because of that, I can be a little bit more forgiving on it, but it's just like little tiny things here and there where it's like, yeah, could be improved or done a bit differently. But the package as a whole, I really enjoyed. So definitely check this movie out whenever you get the chance. I really loved it. Not really much that I dislike about this movie. So check it out whenever you get the chance. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Notorious a 9 out of 10. As I have with a lot of Hitchcock movies. There's plenty of them that are 10s. Some are 8s. Very rarely are they 7 or lower. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Notorious, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Rebecca, another Alfred Hitchcock movie. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.